learning laws of Shabbos, the Alter Rebbe's Shulchan Aruch, and Halacha 28, section 305, Halacha 28. Threshing, Disha, threshing is one of the primary categories of forbidden labor. Anyone who extracts mephoric food or liquid from a place in which it was concealed, one who milks an animal, extracting the milk from its udder, performs a derivative of threshing. For one who threshes dash is also extracting grain from its husks. One is only liable when he milks into an empty receptacle. By contrast, one who expresses milk into a receptacle that contains food is exempt. The rationale is that a liquid that enters food is considered as food. The milk that was expressed is not considered as a liquid, but rather as food. Now, the udders of the animals are also considered as food. When expressing milk into food, one is separating food from food. This is not included as a forbidden derivative of mephoric, extracting food or liquid from its source. If you look at number 95, it says this is a quote from Shabbos 145, as we just passed it a couple of days ago. As the Alter Rebbe proceeds to explain the prohibited acts of threshing, dash, and extracting mephoric bring a new entity into being, as it were in the case of milking. Milk is extracted from the udder when expressed into food. However, although the milk passes through an intermediate stage where it exists as a liquid, since there is no intent that it should remain in that state, it is not considered to have become a new entity, since originally it was food and now it is considered food and not a liquid. It does not resemble mephoric. Okay. Going to 156, nor it is comparable to threshing, in which one extracts kernels of grain which are food from the husks which are waste matter, for there are two different substances, and it is appropriate to say that the person is extracting one substance from the other that covers it. Similarly, a person can be said to be mephoric when he expresses milk into an empty container, because the milk is a liquid and he is extracting it from an animal which is considered as food. The udder and the milk are two different entities that are connected to each other, and he is separating one entity from the other entity, covering it by expressing the milk. So when, however, the milk is considered as food, it is considered as a single entity together with the body of the animal from which it is being separated. And the animal is also considered as food. Expressing the milk into food is comparable to taking a thick piece of food and cutting away a portion of food from it. This is not considered as extracting food from the place where it is hidden, because the remaining food is not considered to be a covering for the food that was separated from it. Nevertheless, according to rabbinic law, it is forbidden to milk an animal on Shabbos, even when the milk is expressed directly into food. The rationale is that since the animal is not fit to be eaten on Shabbos, because it is forbidden to slaughter it on that day, it is not considered food. Instead, it resembles waste matter, and one who extracts milk is fit to be eaten. It is permitted to express milk into food in the manner to be explained in section 505. Tomorrow we'll continue tomorrow, following day, Friday will discuss the permissible way to do it, because to avoid the discomfort for an animal.
It's just letting it go on the ground.